In the world of Assassination Classroom, every student becomes an unwitting participant in a grand experiment on identity and self-worth. At its core, the series asks powerful questions. What does it mean to be enough? How do we overcome the voices that tell us we aren't? These questions are not just academic. They are visceral and deeply personal. The journey of Class 3E is a testament to the battle against shame, the insidious belief that one's very being is flawed, unworthy, or defective. Each student carries a unique form of this burden, a question that echoes in their mind. Am I smart enough? Am I a disappointment? Can I be loved without changing who I am? The Enneagram offers a lens through which we can view these struggles. Imagine the students as incarnations of various Enneagram types, each with their own core fear and desire. For instance, we might see Nagisa as an Enneagram Type 9, the peacemaker, whose core fear is loss and separation. His gift lies in his ability to perceive the dynamics around him, yet his shadow emerges as he tends to become invisible to avoid conflict. This invisibility is not mere shyness, it is a survival strategy born from a need to avoid the pain of rejection and the fear of not being enough. Enter Koro-sensei, who functions as both mentor and shapeshifter. He is a corrective force in their lives, offering a new narrative where failure is not equated with worthlessness. His teaching methods are unconventional, but they serve a deeper purpose: to dismantle the rigid survival strategies these students have built around their shame. He models a kind of unconditional positive regard, seeing potential where others see only deficits. In a world that often rewards overachievement or punishes failure, Koro-sensei offers a radical alternative. The formative ecosystem of Class 3E is one steeped in shame. They are the failures, relegated to a separate building, visible reminders of what society deems unworthy. This system operates as an external voice of shame, reinforcing their internal narratives. Yet, it is within this marginalized space that Koro-sensei's influence disrupts the status quo. He challenges the very foundations of their belief systems, offering not just education, but transformation. Consider Karma Akabane, often seen as an Enneagram Type 8, the challenger. He tests every authority figure, driven by a core fear of being controlled or harmed. His rebellious nature is not merely defiance, it is a defense against vulnerability. Koro-sensei's presence in his life provides a safe space to explore this vulnerability, to question the reigning narrative that power must be opposed or feared. The relationships within Class 3E become crucial in this process of healing. Unlike traditional classrooms where competition is king, here we see a peer group that acts as a counter-family, validating each other's growth and witnessing each other's struggles. This collective experience is significant because shame thrives in isolation, but weakens when exposed to the light of understanding and empathy. As the students grow, their collective bond becomes a testament to shared humanity and the power of being truly seen. As the series progresses, the students begin to operate from a new paradigm. Initially, they are shackled by old labels and conclusions about themselves, but Koro-sensei's influence allows them to see their skills, character, and contributions in a new light. This shift is not just about gaining new skills or better grades, it is about redefining their sense of self-worth. The breaking point arrives when they are tested, but instead of collapsing into old beliefs of worthlessness, they rise to meet these challenges with resilience and a newfound confidence. By the story's end, the students leave with more than academic achievements. They leave with a more stable answer to the question, who am I when I am not being judged? This is the true victory, a transcendence of shame and a reclamation of identity. Assassination Classroom is powerful because it embodies a truth not often acknowledged. Criticism does not inherently equate to learning. In a world obsessed with metrics and performance, the series reminds us that real growth often requires a different kind of education, one rooted in acceptance, challenge, and the refusal to let anyone's worst day define them. As we reflect on these lessons, it is worth considering how this narrative resonates with our own lives. How often do we let shame dictate our actions? How many of us carry the belief that we are somehow not enough? In watching Koro-sensei and his students navigate these waters, we are invited to examine our own stories and perhaps rewrite them with a kinder pen. Maybe the real question we should be asking ourselves is not, "Am I enough?" but "Who am I beyond the judgments and expectations of others?" When we explore the intricacies of Koro-sensei's teaching methods, we see a deliberate mirroring of the Enneagram Type 7, the enthusiast, in his approach. His exuberance and endless curiosity create an environment where students feel free to embrace possibilities. Koro-sensei's infectious enthusiasm is not just a teaching style, it is a profound strategy to diffuse the anxiety that often accompanies the fear of failure. The enthusiast's core desire for happiness and fulfillment drives him, yet lurking beneath is the shadow of escapism, the fear of being trapped in pain or deprivation. This is where Koro-sensei's character complexity deepens. He embodies the archetype of the mentor, guiding his students not only through academic hurdles, but through life's emotional labyrinths, pushing them towards integration rather than avoidance. In contrast, the students initially exhibit traits of Enneagram Type 6, the loyalist. They are wary, filled with self-doubt, driven by a need for security and support. The loyalist's core fear of being without guidance or support manifests in their reluctance to trust their capabilities. Koro-sensei's presence acts as both a challenge and a safety net, encouraging them to explore the territories outside their comfort zones. Through their journey, we witness these students embarking on their own paths of integration, stepping away from the shadow of anxiety and into a realm of self-assurance. Consider a pivotal moment where Nagisa, initially perceived as the quiet, unsure student, confronts his own shadow. His journey reflects the growth from Type 6's fear of inadequacy to Type 9's peacemaker energy, seeking harmony within himself and his environment. In a dramatic showdown where his calm demeanor becomes a strategic advantage, we see how understanding his core fear transforms it into a powerful asset. This moment is not merely about Nagisa defeating an opponent. It's a symbolic act of conquering self-doubt and stepping into his potential. Similarly, the character of Karma Akabane embodies a complex dance between Type 8, the challenger, and Type 5, the investigator. Karma's brash confidence and compulsion to assert control mask an inner turmoil, a fear of being harmed or controlled. His challenge lies in integrating the investigator's thirst for understanding without succumbing to detachment or cynicism. In the series, Karma's moments of vulnerability, when he allows himself to be genuinely affected by others, highlight the profound shift from isolation to connection, a narrative of the shadow embracing the light. The ecosystem within Assassination Classroom operates as a microcosm of society, reflecting how individual growth contributes to the collective evolution. The student's journey is a testament to how diverse strengths complement one another, a reminder of the interconnectedness of human experiences. Each character's evolution is not isolated. Their growth synergistically fuels the transformation of the group. This dynamic illustrates the Jungian concept of the collective unconscious, where personal insights contribute to broader societal shifts. Koro-sensei himself is not exempt from this network of growth. His own journey is one of redemption as he confronts the consequences of his past actions. As the narrative progresses, we see flashes of his own Enneagram stress point, Type 1, the reformer, with its insistence on improvement and its struggle with perfectionism. Koro-sensei's deepest fear of being corrupt or evil plays out in his relentless drive to impart wisdom to his students, a penance for his past. Yet, through this, he also discovers the liberating truth that redemption is not a solitary journey, but one deeply intertwined with the lives he touches. In the end, Assassination Classroom is not merely a story of survival. It is an exploration of the human capacity for transformation. It challenges us to confront our shadows, embrace our fears, and recognize the power of self-awareness. The series invites us to envision a world where empathy and understanding transcend judgment and where each individual's evolution contributes to the collective awakening. As viewers, we are left with the enduring notion that the measure of success is not found in accolades, but in the courage to face oneself and the resolve to grow beyond perceived limitations. The classroom, a sanctuary for growth, becomes a symbol of potential, urging us to look within and ask, what do we wish to learn from our own internal teachers? The narrative of Assassination Classroom thus becomes a mirror, reflecting not just the story of its characters, but our own stories waiting to be rewritten with compassion and resilience.